Please pause for the moment of silence. Please stand for the pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
In New Zealand, and the recent deaths of celebrities who have touched so many lives.
And Ryan's here with your weather radar. Are the winter weather finally going to come in? All this and more coming up on NHSTV. The world of entertainment was struck with massive blows yesterday with the deaths of three prominent figures. Rapper and singer Juice WRLD died early yesterday in Chicago after suffering a seizure shortly after arriving at the Midway International Airport. The rapper had just turned 21 last Monday. Puppeteer Carol Spinney was pronounced dead in his Connecticut home shortly later after suffering with dysnosia, a disorder causing involuntary muscle contractions. Spinney was most known for portraying the kind-hearted Big Bird and reclusive Oscar the Grouch on Sesame Street for nearly half a century. He was 85. And lastly, actor Rene Auberjonois died later yesterday evening due to a lung cancer. He was known for his roles in Benson, Boston Legal, and Star Trek. He was 79, and they will all be deeply missed.
A dangerous eruption of the White Island volcano in New Zealand has called for immediate alert. A number of 50 tourists were on the island when the eruption happened. Although only a couple were found critically injured, most were reported missing. With this volcano being known as the world's most accessible active volcano, New Zealand's National Emergency Management Agency has called it hazardous, seeking to determine the severity of the threat.
Moving on, this week's book of the week is a fantasy roller coaster complete with medieval setting and mythical creatures. Mary Strauss is here to tell us more.
Thanks, Anchors. I'm here with Mary Strauss. So basically, what is the book about without giving too much away?
So this book is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, and it follows a girl named Feyre. She is living in a world that humans and these almost godlike creatures that can turn into beasts called fairies live separately. When she was in the wood hunting one day for her family, she kills what she thinks is a wolf, but actually ends up being a fairy. And she is held by contract and forced to go into the fairy realm and live there, according to their peace treaty made by their ancestors. But as she's living there, she learns about a really wicked shadow that is starting to cover the fairy lands and the human lands that could end up killing everyone who she loves and everyone in their world if she doesn't stop it.
That sounds so interesting. So where can students find the book?
This book can be found I know we have it in our library. It's a pretty popular book, so most bookstores have it, though it's usually sold out at Barnes & Noble. Half Price Books typically has most of it, so it's also pretty cheap on Amazon, so you can find it everywhere.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming in. Back to you, Anchors.
Thanks, Mary. Theater has already put on 3 amazing shows of White Christmas, and the last one is tonight at 7 in the Pack. General admission is $10 and students are $5.
If you're debating on coming out tonight, Gabe is in the Pack right now with some of the cast members to show you why you don't want to miss it.
Thanks, Clarissa. I'm here with Brandon Isom, and you're the set designer for White Christmas, correct?
That's right.
So how was the last 2 days for this musical?
It's been a lot of hard work. I've seen a lot of effort from all of the actors, from all of the techies, from the directors. Everyone's been putting in their all, and it's really shown through with how this show has ended up.
How is working with all the crew like?
It's amazing. I have 2 fellow set design heads, Melinda Pena and James Berquist, and the 3 of us working together with all the other crew, all the directors at the same time. It's made our show be extremely fluid, and it works great.
And how are all the leads in this musical?
They're great. We got Joe, Josh, Cora, and Audrey. The four of them put on an amazing show. Please come and see it, please.
And how is the audience's reaction these last 2 days?
It's been phenomenal. We're seeing reactions that in my time here I've never seen. They love it, and it's really great.
That's so awesome. And so there's also another one tonight, right? Is this the last night?
It is the last night. It's at 7 o'clock tonight. It's $5 for students and $10 for adults. Come and see it.
Thank you so much. I definitely will be going out and seeing it tonight, and you Texans should too. Thank you guys, and back to Clarissa.
Don't forget, Texans, our school lunch is offering a holiday meal during all lunches on Wednesday, December 11th. It will be $6 for the meal with the main dish of either turkey or ham, including side dishes, as well as assorted desserts on sale for $3. You must purchase through cash, check, or with your student ID. This meal is a great way to contribute to the season. Now let's hope the weather will start making it feel like the holidays as well. What do you have, Ryan?
I know, Clarissa, it hasn't felt like winter around here lately, but I'm happy to say that we may have a Christmas miracle on the way. Now, today will be mostly cloudy with our temperatures at 73 for a high. Currently, we're at 70 degrees, and we may have a cold front moving in later on tonight. Good thing most of the events happening around campus are inside because it's going to be a lot colder than last week. Tomorrow will be our coldest day this week. It'll be in the 40s. Now, there is a high chance of rain from tonight looking into tomorrow morning. Now, looking at our radar, there's a snow mix coming in, and now let me emphasize that this snow mix is a mixture between rain and snow. Now, if this is happening, that means some snow flurries will be happening and putting on the ground, but that does not mean that the snow will stick. Now, we'll stay in the upper 50s as the week goes on, with the mornings being in the 30s. All right, that's all I have for today, and I'll be back in studio on Friday to tell you more about your weekend. Back to you, anchors.
Thanks, Ryan. Now I know basketball season is already in full swing. Shelby, can you give us a little update on how it's going so far?
Well, Clover, both the girls and boys basketball teams competed in tournaments over the weekend in preparation for district play. The girls basketball team will play tomorrow in a non-district matchup against Fossil Ridge High School at 6:30. The boys basketball team will play tomorrow as well, but in Mansfield Timberview at 8 o'clock. The Northwest Swim and Dive team competed against our little sister schools, Byron and Eaton, at their senior night meet last Saturday. Many swimmers got their personal records. Our diver performed beautifully, and we could not be more proud of all the seniors that we celebrated that evening. Congratulations to Chayton Schluter and Aiden McGregor for getting swimmers of the meet, and Michaela Ryan for being the diver of the meet. In college football, playoffs will begin next Friday, December 20th, as the Bahama Bowl with Buffaloes versus Charlottes and the Miami Beach Bowl with Utah State versus Kent State. The standings come after the final scores of Saturday's matchup, where number 1 LSU defeated number 5 Georgia 37-10. While the score ended in their favor, LSU quarterback Joe Burrow was caught off guard by the Bulldogs' defense, but quickly adjusted and managed to squeeze out 349 passing yards and 4 touchdowns against a Bulldogs defense that led the SEC in total defense, scoring defense, rushing defense, and pass efficiency defense. LSU, with the highest scoring offense in SEC history, with the league's newly crowned all-time leading passer, certainly had all the right answers on Saturday night. The Tigers remain undefeated and will now face the Big 12 champion and number 4 seed Oklahoma, who went 12-1 this season, at Mercedes-Benz Stadium on December 28th in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. The college football championship isn't until early January, so we'll have a lot of games for you to see how far your team will make it. Check back here on Friday as we get prepped for the 2020 Olympics.
Okay, so the 2020 Olympics, it's the winter one, right?
Yes, it's winter, and it's actually in Tokyo.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Wait, so it's going to have like the figure skating
Yeah,
and all that stuff? And like,
You know, the thing that I found really cool about like figure skating is like how many like turns
Yes,
they do. Like
yes.
that's crazy.
It's crazy.
And
the
when they
pointing
sync
system.
up and
Yes.
look,
Oh,
could
when the
never.
guys and the
Sounds
girls
so
are
cool.
dancing together. Oh my gosh, that's my favorite part. of watching
Very
them.
interesting.
Texans, don't forget that today is the last day the dog shelter will be taking donations. If you have any last-minute items on their wish list, be sure to drop them off in the West office.
Tomorrow, we talk about a surprising product being put out by Snapchat and innovations that changed the future of Apple phones.
as well as the debut of a new segment, Gourmet Gabe.
Have a great Monday, Texans. This has been NHSTV Live.